Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll look at how we can install AlmaLinux on VirtualBox. Now I'll show the version of VirtualBox that I'm running. You click on help, you see about VirtualBox. I'm running version 7.2. Before we begin the installation, we need to obtain or download the ISO image for AlmaLinux. So just open a browser and search for AlmaLinux download. AlmaLinux download. You need to go to almalinux.org, click on download. Now you'll see the different versions. There's AlmaLinux 8, 9, 10, and then 10.1. So depending on what version you want, go ahead and select that option, and then you'll need to click on this. Then once you click on this, the download should begin, as you can see here. It could take a while depending on your internet speed because of the file size. It's over 7 GBs. So I'll go ahead and cancel the download because I already downloaded the ISO image. Now once you have the ISO image, we can go ahead and create our virtual machine. We can click on new, and then here you'll need to name your virtual machine AlmaLinux 10. Okay, you can select the folder where you want to install the VM. I'll select the ISO image later. This is the OS is Linux. Here let's see what distributions we have. We have Arch Linux. If we go down, I'm not seeing AlmaLinux on the list. I'm just gonna go with the Red Hat here. Click next. Now depending on the amount of memory you have on the host machine, you can increase the size here. For me, I can increase this to 4 GBs. Number of CPUs, I'm gonna increase that to 2. For the disk size, I'm gonna increase this to 40 GB. Click next. Okay, and then we click finish. Now we have our VM here. We need to go into the settings and attach the ISO image. So right click, go to settings. So under general, you have the same options we just selected. There is features. If you want to share clipboard and drag and drop, you want to click on the down arrow and click on bidirectional. We'll go to system. Okay, here we have boot device order. The floppy is the first one. You're not going to be using this. I'm just going to move optical to the top, floppy to the bottom. Next we'll look at display. You can increase your video memory here. Next, storage. Here's where we'll need to attach the ISO image. So under this controller IDE, here you see the disk, it's empty. Click on this, and then here click on this, choose a disk file, navigate to where you have your ISO image for AlmaLinux, select it, press open. Now it's attached. Okay, and you can check the other settings for your network. Depending on how you want to set up your network, this is where you'll change it. Once you're done with that, click OK. Now we are ready to power on the virtual machine. You can right click, start with GUI. Okay, you have the option to test or to install. So use the up arrow to select install AlmaLinux, press enter. Alright, here's where we select the language. I'm gonna go with the English, the default. I'll click continue. Here we have the installation summary. Now there's the different options. Keyboard is English, language support English, time and date. So whichever one you want to change, you'll have to click on it here. Now installation source, auto detect, done. Software selection, the option that's selected by default is server with GUI. If you don't want the GUI, you can use this option if you just want the server. And if you want the workstation option that gives you a user-friendly desktop setup, you can go with this. We can go with the workstation. Click done. Now installation destination. Okay, so it's gonna show you the disk. You need to select it. Done. You need to go back and select it again. Then there's a storage configuration. You don't need to make any changes here. If you want to encrypt your data, you'll need to select it here. Click done, and this time the error is gone. We don't need to change these. We don't really need to change the network. Now here is where you'll need to set up your root account password. You also need to add a user here, a regular user. So let's click on this. Right now the root account is disabled. So with this one you can't do remote access using the root account. So this is the recommended option. Okay, but if you want to enable the root account, just click enable root account and then set up a password. So we want to at least set up a password here. Okay. Done. Then create a regular user. You can type the full name if you wanted. Then the username. Then you want to add admin privileges. If you want to add admin privileges, make sure you have this checked. That means the user is going to be added to the wheel group. Okay. And then require password for this account. And type in the password. Okay, now click done. And now we're done with the installation settings. We can click on begin installation. Okay, at this point, it might take a while to finish the installation. Right now it's downloading the packages. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause the video and come back if we have to input anything. So the installation is complete. We can reboot the system. Okay, we'll go ahead and log in. Just gonna skip this, and there is a virtual machine. Okay, one thing you might want to check and verify is to verify your version. You can, let me change the fonts here. Let me change the font size. Let's just scroll down. You'll see it's got the option to use a system font. Let's remove that option, disable that option. That way we get this option to select our font size. We'll click on this arrow here. Okay, here you can select your font type and then you can increase the font size here. We'll go 16. Click select. And I'm gonna close this, and the font size has increased. To check the version, we'll do cat etc OS release. So it's version 10.0, and you might want to check for internet connectivity. You can ping a site, say google.com, and I'm able to ping it. You can open a browser as well. You can open Firefox, and here I'm just gonna go to some random website. And I do have internet connectivity. So that's all for this video. That's how you can install AlmaLinux on VirtualBox. So I hope this information has been helpful. I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.